What does a training plan for somebody who only weighs 120 pounds look like if they're trying to get better at this 90-pound sled pull? Let's do this in comparison to somebody who's 210 pounds. That individual showing up at the PT test and moving a sled that is roughly 40% of their body weight. But the 120-pound person showing up and moving a sled that's 75% of their body weight. And understanding that, that's how we can adjust our values inside of our training plan to make a big difference. For that person that's 120 pounds, we can start to knock down the weight on the sled to 30-40% of their body weight. And what we can start to concentrate on doing is building up their fuel tank, so that way they have the ability to move a sled with 30-40% of their body weight over the course of 90 to 120 seconds. Once we're able to reach that goal, we can then start to actually focus on a lot of the gym work that can add a lot of benefit to us. The deadlifts, the RDLs, the suitcases, the GHD. But there's one other thing that we need to concentrate on before we get them there. And this can make a big difference and actually give them a big advantage over the 210-pound person. If you only weigh 120 pounds, you're consistently trying to push yourself away from that sled. Whenever you're thinking about that, we want you to start developing the fastest feet of anybody that's showing up on test day. The longer that your foot is in contact with the ground, the more force or energy that your body has to absorb, and the more likelihood that you're going to want to start to counter rotate because you only have that one pivot point on the ground. Whenever you start to develop really fast feet, just like little pistons pumping as fast as they can, your body lacks the ability to start having that counter rotation occur, which is going to make joint stability much more easier. We want you to concentrate on being able to move a weight that's on the sled for 90 to 120 seconds so we can start to add more weight after you reach that goal. We want you to concentrate on having really fast feet, minimizing the amount of time that your foot is in contact with the ground, and then start going into the gym, working on all the added things that can help you be able to develop your rear posterior chain and your core stiffness that can lead on to you getting a better time for the actual sprint drag carry. And there's one caveat, I said caveat for all this. You're also getting better at those other events. You're going to be better at that plank. You're going to have a much better run time because your foot's on the ground less, and you're going to have a much better deadlift. Till the end.